Hey people, welcome back to the lockdown backyard trails build. Even though lockdown is now easing and the rules are changing, our approach to digging, riding and progression here isn't going to change because we're not finished yet. There's still more space that way, that way, that way, just not that way. We can expand in 3 directions. So lockdown or not, this place is going to get better than ever. And today's going to be no different. So you can see already stuff's been going on. This is the landing of El Grande, which is shared from a big straight takeoff and the narwhal, but now I'm stood deeper than ever and this landing looks way more hefty and significant, and it's steeper. We've made it steeper, which means the hip's going to be cool, even better, should be able to go higher, but it also means we've started the next development and it's almost a new line, because this landing shares 2 takeoffs, so it was like everything here merging into one, and now we're going to split again. So this is the plan. By the way, digging that out with the pickaxe has changed the game. It's been helpful, but it's still the most arduous, tiring, effortsome job. I hate it, to be honest, but it needs to be done. So we've piled all that dirt here and there, so it's probably quite obvious what's going to go on. If you come off the narwhal, you've got less speed, so you can't clear the hip. We established that. So we're going to jump over this landing. So this is important because we've already kind of got a pile for a takeoff, a pile for a landing, where if you land the hip off of El Grande, you're going to be dug down, someone's going to be jumping over your head, you're going to have loads of speed. So I'm going to build a shark fin, a proper shark fin. The one earlier on in the jumps isn't a true shark fin. I want to build a berm that goes up and ends, just like a massive corner step down thing. A true shark fin is going to go here. So this whole area is going to be mental. It's going to be like Spaghetti Junction of trails, where you could choose to go over here, over the hip, you can land here, shark fin. That landing will probably go into the shark fin landing, who knows? But the reason it's taken so long to decide is we've been having some pretty cool sessions where I'm actually really getting to grips with the jumps now, and I know in my head what needs to change, what needs to be made better. I'm getting better at riding this hip. We've got some sick drone shots. So today we're going to do all of this digging and just get so much dirt shifted. It's going to be mega. But first, we need to build a proper roll-in. We've been getting a lot of comments about this ghetto contraption and construction being a bit naff and kind of ruins everything. Like, there's a bit of a mess up here. We've got some leftover dirt. That's all going to hopefully get moved in the next couple of days, which is really going to tidy up this area. So we need a good roll-in, and I've got this decking board, this deck board, which has got a nice treated, grippy texture to it. So I'm going to run these boards sideways like that, build a whole new roll in. We're going to get rid of this, free up the whale tail, free up the kicker. If you've got some ideas what we should do with this that isn't Ben crashing. He's in! It definitely needs to be used somewhere, maybe in the pump track. So it's going to be a proper hard standing treated roll in, something that I've not really built before. I usually use plywood and it perishes quite quick. So this is going to be a cool contraption. So we'll go straight into the build lapses of this. Let me just show you something. Can you appreciate that's quite a lot of water? Like, a lot of water's coming out of there. Look at this. I spent about 20 minutes doing this yesterday. These cracks in the ground where we've stuck the shovel in the ground to film time lapses, if you squirt a hose into it, it honestly never fills up. Like, it's still not overflowing, which is definitely proof. Like, I did this for 10 minutes yesterday and they just don't ever fill to the top. Which is proof that the earth's flat, because it's just coming out the other end. There's so many of these cracks and I can't fill any of them. There must be an underlying network of like chasms and abysses that formulate massive volumes that can't be filled with this powerful hose. I just thought it was interesting and I'd share that with you because it blew my mind yesterday and basically distracted me for at least an hour. So let's get into this build labs. We'll build a roll in. This is the greatest creation of the whole of lockdown. A proper decked out roll-in. It's a little bit taller than before. It's certainly a lot wider. It's going to be able to house guests, all sorts of people. We can have barbecues up here. We can sunbathe up here. It is decking after all. It's solid as well. It's amazing the difference is adding diagonals to a structure makes to helping things remain solid. But it's more than just a roll-in. Previously we just pushed up, turned around, dropped in. But if you see behind there, we've got the hopper ramp that Brink have lent me. Brink are selling these hoppers now, so I got one. And I'm very excited. So the reason we built it like this with a mellow landing, really solid, really wide, is because to ride the trails normally, we'll start on top here, drop in as you've seen. But then, I've always said about having bigger jumps here. If you come charging in down the field, because that gate opens, we can put the hopper here, move it around. This is actually a jump. So imagine jumping this, all the speed you're gonna have. You could go like pump double on the triple roller, take off the first hip and fly into a landing that's like 15 foot away. So just by building this with the option of jumping into the landing and making it into a box has changed everything. So this is now the start of what's going to be a big line at some point. And also just a jib station. No doubt, Ben, you can do your 180s and your tricks, and I might be able to do like flip manuals or manual it or bar spin on, hop in, I don't know.
Did you just call it flip manual?
Yeah.
Okay,
Not
cool.
for that ramp.
Oh, right.
I think you can steepen these up, can't you? Like that. No, it's cool. And we can do bush bombs. So this is sick. Right, I said we're going to build a roll-in. We have. It's awesome. We've got George here helping. Greg's over there. He's helping. We've got a selection of grafters. So let's get down to Spaghetti Junction, roll into another build laps and get these mega jumps built. 4 days being stood in this quarry and it's finally dug out. This was an actual mining project, not a digging project. Greg came and helped and he instantly said like, Matt, this isn't digging, this is mining. It's so rubbish, it's backbreaking, but we're finally through. And the crazy thing is that all the dirt for that new race jump and the start of stacking the shark fin has come from here. So we haven't even had to run any wheelbarrows from the dirt pile, which is lucky because look at this. Lovely. We had 2 wheelbarrows at the start of this lockdown trails build. Now we have 0, but we've still managed to push that the short distance between here and there. So this is the race jump and I've wet it a bit and I was hoping to ride it today, but it's just too windy. It's taken honestly 3 days longer than I imagined to build this or remove this, whatever you want to look at it. And I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest, but I'm very stoked about the progress and the fact that we've built a new line. If it works to come off of the narwhal, land at the top of El Grande landing and clear that, which it might not, by the way. I thought that that distance was easily clearable, but then when you add a landing, it sort of makes it look bigger than it is. So certainly off of El Grande, you've got now this split line, which is cool. The hip passes through a racer. There's going to be a shark fin. That is almost ready to go. We've built a roll-in, so it's actually been a productive video. It's just a bit messy, and I just wanted to get one online. I wanted to show you guys what's been going on, because the next video is episode 20, and here's what's going to happen. I've got the boost spacers for the Öhlins fork on my dirt jump bike. I'm going to fit them and ride it, test the forks on all the jumps. We're going to test the roll-in. We're going to gap over the roll-in, like I said. Ben's going to hop tail whip into the roll-in. Sorry, could that happen?
It will now, mate, yeah.
Or something?
Yeah, something.
Ben's going to trick into the roll-in. I'm going to jump over the roll-in. I'm going to ride this on a pit bike. Then I'm going to shape this and ride it on a dirt jump bike out of the narwhal. We're going to build a shark fin, and I'm going to invite a guest or a couple of guests to ride these trails. Hopefully one being my brother, someone else, and I'm going to put £100 up for grabs if anyone can get through this line first go. Because technically you or I haven't. We rode it jump by jump. So no one on the planet has one banged this line. And every guest has a chance to win £100 getting through first go, which will be cool. But this is the end of quarrying. Might need to dig a bit of this hip landing out to get rid of the grass, but I'm done with quarrying. Everything's getting built above the ground now, not into Middle Earth. I'm done with just hacking away at magma and igneous rock. Thankfully we have a pickaxe. So sorry it's not been exciting. I know some people just like the digging, some people like the riding. It's been a bit of a mixed bag, but we've laid all the pieces on the board, ready for a big episode 20. It's going to be sick. It's going to be other people involved. It's going to be digging, riding, pit bikes, testing, and we'll probably jump the RC car off or something. So I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, Ben. Back to patting in the ground, patting in planet Earth. See you in the next one. Legends.
Don't really think that counts, mate.
And that's perfectly level now. Spot on.